Hello everyone, and welcome to the 2013 Certificate Program Preview brought to you by the Sloan Consortium. So great to have you all with us today, and I really look forward to interacting with all of you during this presentation. My name is Bethany Bovard. I'm going to be your facilitator for this session. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been a member of the Sloan Consortium since 2002. I love all of the benefits I get from being a member at SloanC. In particular, I love the large community aspect of Sloan Consortium. We've got like 36,000 members. And that's a great community to share information and ideas about online teaching and learning, blended teaching and learning, and all things related to teaching and learning in a digital environment. I do work as the instructional designer, and I'm on faculty for SloanC and have been since 2007, and I really enjoy my work with them. One of the things I'm most proud of is having a hand in the design of the certificate program. It's been very exciting. We're always refreshing the content, updating the content, and in particular, in 2013, we're making some major changes that we're really excited about. And along with that, I've been teaching online for about 15 years, and I've been involved with faculty development online for the last 10. So that's a little bit about me, and I would hope, if you would like, you can introduce yourself in the chat room. Let us know a little bit about you. We'd love to get to know you better and learn how you came to know about SloanC and the certificate program. So we'll just take a minute here and let you type that information in chat. I see we've got a great crowd here. A lot of folks interested in the certificate program. I see some folks are typing. While you're doing that, I will mention again, we've got some great things going on at SloanC for 2013, not only with the certificate program, which we'll be talking about today, but with our membership options, a whole new workshop schedule, and lots of great topics in the workshops and so on. And we did do a presentation on that yesterday, and the recording can be found on our website at sloanconsortium.org/webinars. So if you're interested about other changes in SloanC for 2013, you can certainly go and view that recording for free. All right, we've got some instructional designers in the group. We've got professors. Got people from a lot of different institutions. Welcome to all of you, Stacy and Karen and Joanna and Lorraine and Mary and others. Thank you so much. I won't do a total roll call here. So it's great to see you all today. Thank you so much for introducing yourselves in the chat room. And please continue to use the chat, again, to communicate throughout this presentation. So our agenda for today is to discuss the 2013 certificate program. We're going to be talking about the program itself, including our 2013 schedule, pricing information, and so on. We're also going to be talking about the structure of the program, and we're even going to be going to take a quick peek at the learning space itself, so you can get a good feel for what is available in the certificate program. And as you can see there's a URL where you can learn more. And it is sloanconsortium.org/institute/certificates. And I put that in the chat so you can click on that link and easily open up that page and bookmark it for later review. First of all, let's talk about what is the SloanC certificate program. Well, this is the Sloan Consortium's signature program related to online teaching and learning. One of the strengths of this program is that it features one-to-one mentoring throughout your time in the program. And these mentors come from all walks of life, but the one thing, or the couple of things that they all have in common is extensive knowledge and experience with online and blended teaching, and also a sincere desire to help others, to mentor others as they take that journey in improving their online course design and their online teaching skills, including, of course, blended teaching and learning. The certificate program consists of a foundation course, which is 9 weeks long, that gives you the basics, or the foundation, if you will, of online teaching and learning. And we'll talk about the topics that we address in the foundation course a little bit later in the presentation. But it is 9 weeks long, and that's what kicks off your certificate program. And that's followed by 3 electives of your choice that you can pick from our catalog of over 50 different options. And these options will let you address your own personal and professional goals for online blended teaching and learning. The program itself has evolved over time, but one thing we're particularly proud of is that many of our core faculty have had a hand in making suggestions and recommendations for the design and the development of the program. We've done this to emphasize the multiple perspectives and approaches that online faculty use in their teaching and learning. Especially important to us was getting perspectives from a variety of from faculty in a variety of fields. For example, those in the sciences tend to use different approaches and different techniques and have different needs in their teaching environments than those, say, in the humanities. And so we've incorporated all of those different perspectives into the program. Another thing that we feel is really important is that for much of the program, you can work at your own pace, so that it meets your own demanding schedules. The foundation course is scheduled. It does start at a fixed time and goes for 9 weeks. But your 3 electives you can take at any point throughout the year that meet your schedule in order to complete that certificate program, again, at your own pace. So a little bit about pricing, because we usually get questions at this point. In 2013, we had some great pricing options for the certificate program. Option 1, you can purchase a package that includes the foundation course and your 3 electives, whichever ones you pick. And this price, this total price, is $18.49, and that saves you a considerable amount over option 2. But I mean, there are benefits to each pricing option. It depends on your membership status. It also depends on your institution's membership status and so on. But $18.49 is the bundled price. You get the foundation course and your 3 electives for that price. With this option, you the price is fixed regardless of your membership status or whatever College Pass coupons you have. Option 2 is where you purchase the foundation course by itself for $14.99, and then you purchase your electives, your 3 electives separately. And your elective prices for 2013 are $269 if you're not a member, or $169 if you are a member. or you can use one College Pass coupon for each elective. So again, 2 different pricing options for the certificate program. And this information is verbatim also on that page that at that link that I typed in the chat previously, sloanconsortium.org/institute/certificates. Lorraine, the College Pass coupon is member institutions can purchase what's called a College Pass. And so we have many institutions that do purchase, member institutions that purchase College Passes. And those College Passes, they get coupons that can be used for the purchase of workshops. And they will provide the coupon code to their faculty. Did that answer your question, Lorraine? Awesome. All right, so again, 2 pricing options. Both of them are really wonderful values, whichever option you pick based on, again, your membership status and whether or not you have access to College Pass coupons. They're both really great values for this program with everything that you get. Your mentoring, your facilitating, you're being able to connect with experts, online teaching and learning experts, and even more important, the ability to connect with a large number of other faculty who are also taking that journey towards improving their online teaching and online course development. So this is our schedule for 2013. We have 4 cohorts a year at a minimum that start up. We have our first cohort starting on January 15th, and that's when the foundation course begins, is January 15th, and 9 weeks later is March 22nd. So you've got your foundation course from Jan 15 to March 22nd, and then you have your electives that you need to take and complete, and a final presentation which is your capstone project, if you will, for the program that needs to be completed by January 31st of 2014. So basically a year for the program. Other start dates include April 2nd, June 18th, and September 3rd. And you can see there on the slide the corresponding dates for the foundation course and when you need to complete your electives and final presentation capstone project by for each of those start dates. Any questions so far related to the pricing or the schedule of the certificate program? I will pause periodically to ask if you have any questions, but of course, please keep in mind that you can ask questions at any time simply by typing them into the chat. So let's look at the foundation course in a little bit more detail. What you have is a program, again, that starts with a foundation course where in that foundation course of 9 weeks, you'll start learning the core online teaching and course design skills necessary to be an online teacher. Now, the way that the 2013 program is structured, these core online teaching and course design skills will be applicable to you no matter where you are in your professional experience with online teaching and learning. So if you're just starting out, if you're fairly new to online teaching, then there will be materials and resources for you to expand on your relatively new experience and skills. But even if you've been teaching for quite some time and you are just simply wanting to refresh or update your knowledge and skills in online teaching, there will be resources and materials there for you as well. So let's take, for example, a syllabus and schedule. There's some basics you need to know about online syllabus and schedule for online teaching. But there's also advanced information that you can learn about creating a syllabus or schedule for online teaching. So again, regardless of where you are in your learning curve for online teaching and online course development, you will find materials that will help you expand on your current knowledge level and your current skill level. During the foundation course, you'll also begin to develop or revise an online course. You'll be working on this development or revision of your online course throughout the entire program. When you do your foundation course, when you do your each of your 3 electives, you'll be applying those concepts and those skills that are addressed in each of those things towards the development or revision of your online course. So it's a very practical approach to learning about online teaching and learning, where you will be exposed to some concepts and skills, and then you will turn around and use those concretely to make revisions to an online course that you have. Finally, in the foundation course, you will start to engage with your mentor. You'll be able to see a list of mentors that we have available and read about them and their backgrounds and their skills and what fields they teach in and so on, and choose a mentor that will help you meet your professional goals. And then you will start working with them throughout the rest of the program. You'll also, during the foundation course, be engaging in peer exchanges and exchanges with experts in the field to improve your understanding of online teaching and online course design, gain new perspectives from those exchanges with your mentor, with your peers, and others in the course, and use that information and that new perspectives to really make some wonderful revisions to your online course or courses. So during the foundation course, which again is 9 weeks long, each week you're going to have weekly research and discussion topics. Some of those topics include looking at what we mean by a quality online course and quality online teaching, what an online syllabus and schedule looks like and how you can develop a decent one. Be looking at what sorts of teaching and learning activities you can do online and how you can develop some of those activities for your own courses. You'll be looking at how to develop and engage an online community of learners and harness all of that wonderful energy of all of your learners, all of the students in your course towards building the knowledge and expertise of everyone in the group. You'll also look at emerging technologies and how you can use those in your courses. Assessment and evaluation is another key topic that you'll be working with in that 9 weeks. And also some of the nuts and bolts of workload management issues, copyright and accessibility issues, and so on. So these are some of our key topics that are addressed in the 9 weeks. Throughout the 9 weeks, you'll be exposed to a variety of learning activities and opportunities and assessment activities as well. For example, you're likely to have quizzes and, of course, discussions You'll be creating draft course content for your online course and getting feedback from everybody and your mentor, everybody, all of the other participants in the course, as well as your mentor. And of course, engaging in those mentor interactions throughout, where you have that one person that you can go to and ask questions of and related to your specific needs and goals. Any questions about the foundation course and course components? And in a little bit, we will be looking at the foundation course in more detail so you can get a feel for it, how it's all laid out. Of course, we'll be looking at the 2012 version, which does have a similar layout to the 2013 version and does have similar topics, of course, but the 2013 version will be slightly different in some respects, but it's not completely ready to look at yet. All right, so after your foundation course, you have those 3 electives that you take to complete your requirements for the certificate program. Now, we have a few more, I think it's 52 elective options on our schedule. 52 different workshops that you can choose from, covering a wide variety of topics and skills. And you can choose from those to make up your 3 electives. Over the course of 2013, these electives make up over 100 scheduled workshops available for you, so that if you have a particular topic that you're interested in, it's offered more than once during the year. So again, it can help meet your demanding schedules. All of our electives address both pedagogical concepts and technical skills necessary for effective and successful teaching in an online environment. And our electives are broken down into 5 tracks: online design, online learners, online management, and online tools. We also have a 5th track called online trends, which you can take workshops in to fulfill your electives requirements. But if you choose to specialize, that is, if you want to focus in a particular, like online design or online learners, you have to take workshops, all 3 of your elective workshops, in one of those tracks. And in that particular case, online trends would not count towards a specialization. So they will count as electives if you're not specializing, but they won't count as a specialization itself. A little bit more on that in a minute, in case that's not clear. Again, though, we do organize our workshops into these categories to help with to help you figure out where you would like to focus your research and your professional goals, where you want to develop in what areas. So a little bit more about those. Within each of those elective tracks, we have some focus areas, and we've titled the workshops to help you understand those focus areas. So in online design, there are several workshops that focus on assessment strategies. For example, general assessment in online learning. We have assessment using social media, and assessment of group work. So there's several different workshops in the focus area of assessment. We also have a focus area for those of you who are new to online. So if you're a fairly new online teacher, then you might want to choose your electives from the workshops that have in their title New to Online. These will be the ones that target the specific basic skills and concepts that you will need to be a really effective online teacher. And of course, we also have STEM focus areas. In online learners, we have focus areas of effective online classrooms. So we have several workshops that you can choose as electives that specifically focus on effectiveness in the online classroom. Others that focus on successful online outcomes, and others that focus specifically on aspects of student satisfaction. In the online tools category, we have workshops that focus on the learning environment themselves, how to use the tools to spice up your learning environment. We have others that focus on the skills developed in various technology areas, and still others, again, that focus on STEM-related issues, using tools that are specific to the STEM fields. In the online management track, we have electives workshops that focus on aspects of leadership and others that focus on aspects that exemplary institutions are doing to improve their program offerings. And then our fifth track, online trends, we have focus areas in MOOCs, design issues, and social media. Again, the online trends track, you can take workshops from that area to meet your electives if you are not going to specialize. If you are going to specialize, then your specialization would be in online design, online tools, online learners, or online management, and you could only take workshops from those tracks based on the specialization you choose. Any questions so far on electives? We'll look a little bit more at our schedule in detail here in a few minutes, so you can see some of the wide variety of workshops that we offer that you can choose as electives. All right. A little bit more about our program faculty. Like I said, we have a wide range of faculty who are acting as mentors in the certificate program. All of our mentors have gotten excellent ratings by previous certificate program participants for their ease of getting in touch with them, for being accessible to you as you go through the program. They also get excellent ratings for being supportive of you and your learning goals. They also get excellent ratings for their knowledge and their skills in online teaching and learning, and for their effectiveness as online teachers and mentors. Our faculty faculty mentors are professors, they're administrators, authors, and award winners in the field of online learning. So again, a great group of mentors from which to choose, who have a great capacity to help you move forward with your professional goals in online teaching, and who make excellent points of contact throughout the program and afterwards. So that is kind of the highlights of the certificate program, and we've now gotten to the point where we are going to take a little web tour to get a more detailed look at the program and at the website. And I'm going to share my screen with you. All right. So first, let's go ahead and look at that page that I told you about. Again, this is sloanconsortium.org/institute/certificates. This page on our website gives you the information that I've been presenting to you here today. So a general overview of the program. The prerequisite information. Notice that in order to register for the certificate program, you must either already have taught online, or if you haven't taught online yet, you can fulfill that prerequisite by taking the SloanC workshop called New to Online, The Essentials. So either have taught online already, or if you haven't, you take the New to Online Essentials and that will fulfill the prerequisites. We have, again, our pricing information that I communicated to you earlier. You have your registration information next on the page, where you can choose either option 1 and register for one of the starting cohorts, or option 2, the foundation course only, where you would register for the foundation course and then sign up for or register for your 3 electives separately. We also have the objectives of the program, benefits, and a week-by-week structure of the program so that you can see each week the topics that will be covered, I apologize, and the objectives for that week that your activities will be helping you meet. So this is a really great page to get a more in-depth understanding of the certificate program, including the electives and specialization information. Now that we've looked at that, we can go over to the actual course and take a look at that. Here we are in the 2012 certificate program. And I'll go ahead and minimize some things to make it easier to see. So I'll just give you a little bit about the structure. We have an overview and a weekly announcements area. The facilitator of the certificate program, who's with you throughout the 9-week foundation course, does weekly announcements and models a wide variety of multimedia that can be used for weekly announcements. This is typically something everybody does in their online courses. It's a really valuable way to communicate important information to your learners, and our facilitator tries to model all sorts of good teaching methods, including these wonderful multimedia weekly announcements. And you have an opportunity to learn how to do these multimedia announcements in your own courses. And again, she provides a wide variety of tools and strategies for doing that. Now I'm logged in as an administrator, and so you're going to see a couple of different weekly announcements because we have 2 cohorts currently going on, or one that just finished up and one that's going on. As a learner in the program, only the content would only be seen by the relevant cohort. But again, I'm an administrator in the program, so I'm seeing everything, and I'm showing you everything. We also have program materials, and this is where you'll find the syllabus and your schedule and links to the Blackboard Collaborate sessions, community building activities, discussion forums to talk with your mentors, and so on. And then we start with our weekly activities on our weekly topics. So you can see here in week 1, introductions, there's some information and research about conducting introductions in your own online courses, introducing yourself and getting to know other members in the program, and taking a little quiz to show that you are cognizant of all the requirements of the program and the foundation course, that you've read the syllabus and schedule and so on. For those of you who teach online, you probably do this in your own courses to make sure and hold your learners or your students accountable for reading the materials provided. And the foundation course goes on throughout every week with resources and activities and assignments to be done on a weekly basis. We typically have a break week during the foundation course to give you a chance to do a little catch-up if you need, to make sure that you're on track and to move forward successfully in the program. This is a real popular week with everybody. It gives them an opportunity to catch their breath and reorganize their schedules and move forward confidently in the program. So we go week by week. And then also, because this foundation course room also serves as your home base, if you will, or your home room for all things related to the certificate program, this is also the space where you will be submitting your assignments for your elective work. For every elective that you take in the program, for each of the 3 electives, you will complete a ePortfolio reporting form. And that reporting form asks you to report out what you learned during that particular elective, how you're going to apply it to the development or revision of your online course, and how you're going to assess the effectiveness of the application of that, and any institutional roadblocks or supports that you'll encounter while you're trying to implement those changes. After you've completed your electives, you'll be doing that capstone project, which is your final portfolio and a live presentation to your mentor. During this presentation, you will be showing off the course that you've revised, the online course that you've revised for the program. And you'll also be reflecting on your learning throughout the program and how you applied that learning to the development or revision of your online course. Once you finish those requirements and you take the survey, then you will be able to download your temporary certificate as a successful graduate. And once you download that temporary certificate, then that triggers a whole bunch of things going on in the background, where you will receive in your snail mail a wonderful embossed certificate suitable for framing that you can keep and put in your package of materials if you are working towards advancement at your institution. So that's a little bit of the structure of the certificate program, at least the 2012 version. Any questions so far on pricing, registration, schedules, topics, anything at all? A little bit more about the structure of the certificate program. 2 primary delivery tools, delivery interaction tools, are being used in the certificate program. One is Moodle, which is our LMS. That's the environment we're looking at right now. And Moodle LMS allows for a lot of different types of interactions and engagements in an online course. It is fairly representative in terms of functionality of all of the different learning management systems that are out there. So the same types of functions that are available in Blackboard or Canvas or Angel or Desire to Learn or any of those LMSs, you'll find those things in here as well. Assignment drop boxes, discussions, quizzes, glossaries, and so on, wikis, etc. The other tool that we use for the program is Blackboard Collaborate, which is the tool we're using right now to do this presentation. The program will consist of, in Blackboard Collaborate, that portion will consist of an orientation session that happens shortly after the cohort begins. So, for example, the cohort that begins in January, a couple of days after the start date, you'll have an orientation, get to know your facilitator and the mentors and so on. And then there are live events every other week that are scheduled. Now these events are optional because we want to honor your busy schedules, but lots of people do choose to attend. And we also record the sessions, so if you aren't able to attend, you will be able to watch the recording. And it's these bi-weekly sessions that allow you to ask questions, engage with the learning community in a different way, synchronously in this case, and really target your specific needs in the program. I see there's a question. Danielle asks, how much time per week are expected of learners to spend on average? So per week, it is about 7 hours, give or take. That depends on your background as an online learner and your background with the concepts and skills being presented during that week. So of course, if you're brand new to online learning, when you first start the program, if you've never been an online learner before, it's going to take you a little bit more time to get oriented to the learning management system and to find your way around. So it'll take you a little bit more time, and of course that time will decrease over the course of the program. But if you're a really experienced online learner and you have more of a background in some of the educational concepts that are being presented, then it won't take you as much time each week. So about 7 hours for the average learner. Does that answer your question, Danielle? Thank you. Thank you for asking the question. Any other questions? Or anything you'd like to take a peek at? While you're thinking about that, what I will do is go to the schedule for your electives possibilities. And I've just popped that link into the chat room. This is the overall schedule, 2013 online workshop schedule. And you can see here that we've listed all of our workshops from January through December. You can see when they start, the title of the workshop, a brief description, and the objectives, the learning objectives for that workshop, and also what track it's in. So you'll be able to look through the schedule and see at a glance all of our workshops, including descriptions and objectives. And we have quite a few. So we have assessment techniques in online learning. We have academic integrity, and so on. We have learning environments using Twitter, etc. Mary asks, will we use Blackboard for our presentation? For your final presentation, Mary and everyone, you will use Blackboard Collaborate, which is the tool that we are using for this presentation. So you and your mentor will log in. You will have prepared some slides, and you'll also have your course up in a browser, similar to how I'm sharing my browser right now. And you will you will present your online course and talk to your mentor about the things that you've done based on your learning in the program and the choices that you've made and why you've made them. And then you will also show your slides that talk about your reflections on your learning, how they impacted your course design, how they're going to impact your online teaching, and so on. And that session will be recorded and be a part of your assignment submission for that final presentation. Your mentor will provide you with feedback during the presentation, and it all becomes part of your portfolio, if you will, as that capstone project for the certificate program. You're welcome. And we do provide the Blackboard Collaborate rooms for you, so you don't have to find a way to do these presentations. Every single mentor in the program has their own Blackboard Collaborate room to do these final presentations with you. All right, so this whole online schedule, a few things also about your elective opportunities. We have all these individual workshops that you could choose as your electives. But we also have two brand new programs for 2013. One is the Blended Learning Mastery Series, and one is the Mobile Learning Mastery Series. The Blended Learning Mastery Series, and these links will take you to more information about those, that is, you can think of it as 3 workshops plus, but it would fulfill, the Blended Learning Mastery Series would fulfill your elective requirements for the program. Or if you were more interested in mobile learning, the Mobile Learning Mastery Series would fulfill your 3 electives for the program. So if you do have a strong interest in blended learning or mobile learning, you would want to choose one of these 2 mastery series. And I'll take you over to blended learning, for example. And you can get a little bit more information on what it is, when the series runs, the price for that series, and the descriptions. And if you go over to the registration page itself, you actually get a more detailed schedule. For example, the Blended Learning Mastery Series that starts February 15th, you have a week of formal learning, and then you have 3 weeks of reflections and applications. Then you have another week of formal learning and 3 weeks of learning reflections and application of the concepts, and then a final week of formal learning in the program. So again, we have the Blended Learning Mastery Series and the Mobile Learning Mastery Series, both of which are, like I said, 2 brand new programs for 2013 that we're really excited about, with their emphasis on research and design, teaching, and assessment throughout the entire program. I'll go ahead and go to workshops. By the way, my view is going to look slightly different than, or quite a bit different than yours when you go to these pages yourselves. I'm using a different theme. I apologize for not changing that before the presentation. But I went to workshops link, which you would find at the top of your page in your theme. And you can see that there is a workshop schedule and registration page that you can go to. I'm going to pop that link in the chat. And this is where you can see each of the workshops by date or by category, 1 week workshops. We also have half-day synchronous workshops, although those half-day synchronous workshops are not available or cannot be used to meet electives requirements. But we do have them in case you're interested, because you could always take more workshops than just the ones that fulfill your electives requirements. Again, and also online learners, and then some keywords to describe that in more details. But this is where you would go to click on the title of the workshop and then register for it by adding it to your cards. And when you go to these registration pages, and again, you'll see the date and the date of the workshop, what track, and you'll also see on this particular page whether or not that workshop can be counted towards the certificate program as an elective. So make sure when you're registering for your electives that you pay particular attention to this information and don't register for anything that says this workshop can't be counted. All right. You can also, and we encourage this highly, we have social media buttons here where if you find workshops that you find particularly interesting and you want to share them with your Twitter followers, your Facebook friends, your Google Plus circle, or your LinkedIn groups or contacts, you can do that from this page. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the presentation. So that is all about the 2013 SloanC certificate program. I hope that you found the information valuable and useful as you move forward with your professional development plans for 2013. I want to thank you all so much for attending. I would like you to note that aside from all of the other links that I've shared with you in the chat room today, the one that I want to particularly draw your attention to is the email address, certificate@sloanconsortium.org. That is the email address you can use to contact us with questions specific to the certificate program. And that is all I have for you today. If you have no further questions, again, thank you so much for attending. I hope to see some or all of you in future certificate program cohorts. We always have a lot of fun in that program, a lot of great sharing of information and ideas, and wonderful facilitators and mentors, and certainly wonderful certificate program participants. Take care and have a lovely day.